the same, but we're not the same.
You know, I think it might be time that we start looking at Jermell Charlo in a whole new light. It's really time for him to start making some people's top 10 pound for pound list. And when I say top 10, I don't mean like number 9 or number 10. I think he's beyond that. I think he's cracked somewhere between that 5 to 7 mark. You gotta give him that. The man is holding 3 titles, 4 if you want to count the Ring magazine. I mean, I really believe he's earned that. And I made the same argument for Jarrett Hurd when I first made my channel. You know, if you're a unified champion, especially when you're holding that unified, you know, championships and defended them several times, at that point you have to be considered top 10, at least considered top 10. But this man has 3 titles now, and it's not like he beat chumps for it. You know, whether people want to admit it or not, he beat a good champion last night. And I'm not saying Jeison Rosario was a great fighter, but he was a good fighter. That guy, he earned to be in that fight last night. He's a good fighter. Now, I don't want to say he's a good champion because you only have one defense. In my opinion, you're a title holder. But he still was a good fighter. Tony Harrison, good fighter. You know, I don't think he lost to Tony Harrison myself, but that's still a good fighter and a title holder that he had to, you know, come back and beat. Austin Trout, same thing. You know, a champion. Erickson Lubin, who most people believe is a future champion. Charles Hadley, you could argue, you know, could one day be a champion. You know, I don't think that's the case though. I think with Hadley, he's probably at this point past his prime. But that's still a good win for Jermell Charlo. So I mean, he has good wins on his resume. He has champions or title holders, however you want to address it, on his resume. He's a title away from becoming undisputed, and I think that's who, Laura. I believe it's Laura. Let's find out. Nope. Laura actually fought for the WBA regular title, but the guy that does hold the WBO is Patrick Teixeira. And most of you will say, well, who in the world is Patrick Teixeira? And that's the point. Who is Patrick Teixeira? He's somebody that picked up the title when it was vacated by Jaime Munguia. So now, me personally, I didn't understand why he vacated, because actually he would be a smack dab in the midst of a huge fight with Jermell Charlo if he did not vacate that title. But he was chasing Canelo, in my opinion, going up to 160 to get a Canelo Alvarez or maybe even a Triple G fight. So, you know, ambition took him out of 154. Or you could argue maybe he was just too big for the weight, because I mean, at the same time, I think the kid was like 21 when he moved up to 160. I could be wrong. He might be 21 now. Who knows? He's pretty young. But the point is, there's nobody that's a title holder anyway, especially the WBO title holder, that appears to be able to say he's a threat to Jermell Charlo. If you put that dude Patrick Teixeira in the ring with Jermell Charlo, the odds are Jermell Charlo will be undisputed. And that's a fact. I don't think anybody, not even Patrick Teixeira's mama, will argue that, at least odds-wise, that her son is going to lose. I don't think he would argue against that odds-wise. odds on Jermell Charlo is about to become undisputed. So with that being said, matter of fact, let's look at it like this. And I'll close it out after this, because I think this is the best example you're going to get. No need for more than that. When you look at Usyk, right? Usyk had been a champion at the cruiserweight division for years. Almost as long as Deontay Wilder. Usyk had been a champion, well, I ain't gonna say close. Usyk had been a champion at cruiserweight since 2016. Since 2016. Now, how long had Usyk been appearing on people's pound for pound list? How long? Maybe after he beat, and I know I'm gonna murder his name, Murat Gusev, when he became undisputed. And that would have been midway through 2018. And I'll say probably after that. And when he really hit the scene over here anyway, I can't speak for across the pond. But over here, when he really hit the scene, was when he beat Tony Bellew. But my point is, when he started popping on most people pound for pound lists, is when he either beat Murat Gusev, or however you pronounce it, I apologize. When they fought for undisputed, basically you might as well just say around the time they had the Super Series. I mean that'll just around that time when they did the Super Series. That's what put Usyk on the map and winning all of those belts. So why doesn't that work for Jermell Charlo? As far as I'm concerned, Jermell Charlo's resume is just as good and or better than Usyk's anyway. So with that being said, if it works for Usyk, shouldn't it work for Jermell Charlo? Because I don't think it's nobody that'll tell you Usyk isn't a top 10 pound for pound fighter. Matter of fact, most people would have him top 4 or 5. So, like I said, I think we have to at the least consider Jermell Charlo. Now, as far as I'm concerned, him having 2 titles make him consideration for top 10. Having 3, he's definitely top 10. Question is, where does he fall in the top 10? And like I said, in my opinion, he falls somewhere between 5 and 7. I gotta think about it real hard. I'm not really big on making pound for pound list, but I know he belongs on it. That's for sure. And that's pretty much all I got. This is Head Busting Boxes on Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit me up in the comment section and let me know, do you feel like Jermell Charlo is a top 10 pound for pound fighter at this point? And I say, based off of what he's achieved, how can you say he's not? Now, like I said, I'm not saying he's number 1, 2, or 3, but I do believe he's top 10. But hit me up in the comment section and let me know what you think. And that's pretty much all I got. This Head Boxing Unboxings on Fight Doctor. I am out.